So if you ask me, what's the threshold between somebody who is a top producer and somebody who is not, I'll be honest with you, and I hope this doesn't offend any of you, but to me, it's, are you doing 100 transactions or more a year? I know that's my goal, that's Steve's goal for you guys, is to help you to get to 100 transactions or more. How far you want to go is up to you, but at least 100 transactions a year. What are some of the things you've got to do to get to 100 transactions a year? Well, I just jotted a few notes down here. Number one, again, you're going to hear me say this again. I know it may make you upset, but guys, doing 100 deals a year is easier than doing 20 or 25. It really, truly is. Number one, you're involved in fewer activities. Okay, when you are doing 100 transactions a year, you're prospecting, you're doing lead follow-up. You may or may not be presenting your own offers. You may have your assistant doing that, but let's just say offer presentation, pre-qualifying appointments, which is huge because you don't want to waste time on unqualified appointments. Time is money. And then finally, making presentations to highly qualified sellers, as well as some buyers. Now, when you're doing 100 transactions a year, you're probably going to want to be more 80-20, okay? And you can tweak that as you like. When I say 80-20, 80% of your business is listings, 20% of your business are buyers. And most of those buyers are going to be your sellers who you've sold their house, now they have to buy, or they're going to be repeat and referral business that you're going to get from past clients and your centers of influence. Okay, so highly qualified buyers, so 80-20. All right, the next thing we've got to look at is you're going to be delegating more to your support staff. Things have to get done, but they don't necessarily have to get done by you. This is one of the biggest hang-ups that some agents have that prevent them from getting to that 100 deals is they can't let go. They can't accept the fact that there are other people out there that can do the job as good or better, probably better. I know for my case, that's the case. They could do it better than I could when it comes to the admin side of things. And take all that extra work that has to be done, but doesn't have to be done by me. See, I need to focus on those things that are going to lead me to income. See, one of my goals was always to take an equal number of listings as my goal for the year. So for example, if I want to do 100 transactions, the goal is to take 100 listings. Now I know what you're thinking, not all listings you take are going to sell, Gordon. Well, you're right, they're not. However, the listings that don't sell are offset by the buyer's sales that you get as a result of having those listings. So it tends to work out. So you go out and take 100 listings, you're probably going to do 100 deals. Okay? Next point, learn to manage the growth. So when you're doing 20, 25 closings per year, you probably have 3 or 4 deals pending at any one time. When you're doing 100 transactions a year, you probably got 10 to 15 deals pending at one time. You're managing, 3 or 4 times the number of listings at one time. How much can you handle before all of a sudden your mind wants to just, well, listen, part of growing your business to this level is learning how to manage growth, learning how to manage that feeling of anxiety, of feeling a little bit out of control. Let me tell you, maybe this will make you feel better. If you are not feeling somewhat out of control, you're not growing. Let me say that again. If you are not feeling somewhat out of control, you're not growing. That's what it feels like to get there. Trust me, when you get there, things will start to settle down. You'll become a better leader. You'll become a better delegator. You'll manage your time better. You'll be more efficient, more effective. I used to spend a lot of time with my grandfather, and I had a great relationship with my grandfather. And he would say, Gordon, if you want to get something done and you want to get it done right, give it to a busy person. Why? Because busy people, they don't have the downtime. They're going, they're getting things done. When you're doing 100 deals a year, trust me, you will get stuff done. I did as many as 215 transactions in a year, and I did that in 4.5 days a week. I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and half a day on Friday. And if I didn't have anything I had to do, I'd take Friday off as well. So I did it in 4 to 4.5 days a week, over 200 transactions a year. I've closed over 4,000 transactions over my career. Believe me, it is possible. It is possible. So again, how do we get there? You have to learn to manage the growth. You have to learn to quiet your mind. And this again, guys, is really where it helps you to be involved in coaching. Because when you're working with somebody like me that has been there personally, I've done that volume of business. I've coached hundreds of people to do that volume of business. Listen, I can take you by the hand and say, listen, everything, it's fine. I know what you're feeling. I know what's going on right now. Here's how to handle it. Here's what to expect. Here's how to get through it. That's what a good coach can do for you. And I know there's a lot of coaches out there. Guys, don't hire somebody who hasn't been there, done that. Do you want to learn how to drive a car from somebody who has never driven a car? I mean, come on. If you don't hire me or my partner Steve, hire somebody that has been in the trenches, that knows how to list and sell homes in high volume, because otherwise, hey, they've read it in a book, they've watched other people do it. That's not the same. That's not the same, guys. All right, next. A 100-deal-a-year producer is always on the hunt. You are always looking for that next listing. You are always looking for that next deal. Okay, you have what I like to call a heightened level of awareness. Let me give you an analogy. Let's say that there is a particular car that you really, really like. And every time you come up to an intersection and one of those cars is there, you notice it. You may not notice any other car at that intersection, but you notice that one because you have a heightened level of awareness. Listen, when you are doing 100+ transactions a year, you're always looking for that next listing. You're always on the hunt. It's a mindset. It's not as hard a work as what you may think as you listen to this, especially if you're not used to it. You will get used to it. It's easier, guys. It's easier. And finally, be focused again, focused on listings. You can do it with buyers, but it's a lot more work to do 100 transactions a year with buyers. So I'm going to recommend to you that you learn how to list. You perfect your listing skills. This is something that my partner Steve Powers and I can help you with. All you have to do is just click on the link below. You can request a free coaching call. We can set up a time to talk, and I can walk you through this process. You may be at that 25 deal a year, and you've got a goal to get up to 100 transactions a year. Guys, I've helped hundreds and hundreds of agents do it, and I can help you do it as well. Okay? So share this. Click on the little share button below. Pass this along. Let's spread the word. If there's anything that I can do to help you, email me, Gordon@watsonpowers.com. Okay? Call me. Whatever we can do for you, guys. But listen, this is easier and life is way better at 100+ transactions a year. You should be doing that. Thanks for watching.